This video is going to talk about the order of operations, and the order of operations tells you in what order to solve operations in a problem. So, for example, I like to use the word Pemdas. Some people like to use please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, which is great, but that's a lot of words, and I like to keep it short and simple. So I like the word Pemdas. The P stands for parentheses, and you do whatever inside the parentheses or the brackets first. That's the very first thing that you address. The second thing is the exponents, and you're going to work with the exponents after you've done everything that you can inside the parentheses. The third thing is multiplication or division, and what you want to do with that is you want to start at the beginning of the problem and work your way across, so just like you read from left to right, and you want to solve whatever multiplication or division you come across in the order you come across it. Doesn't matter if you come across division first or multiplication first, you want to do multiplication or division. Addition and subtraction are very similar to that. You want to start at the left, work your way across. Doesn't matter if you see addition first or subtraction first, but you do all the addition and subtraction first. So, or last actually. Let's take a look at this right here. PEMDAS is 6 letters, but it's actually 4 steps. And you can see we have the parentheses, then the exponents, then the multiplication or division, and the addition or subtraction. So we're going to take a look at this. We have 5 problems that we're going to look at, and we're going to solve some of these problems. So, the first problem is 30 minus 10 plus 9. Now, looking at this problem, there's just subtraction and addition, so I only have to worry about the last part of PEMDAS, the addition and the subtraction. So I don't need to do anything except solve it in the order that I see it. So, first thing I see is 30 minus 10. 30 minus 10 is 20. And then whatever I don't touch gets carried down. So what I did is I underlined the part that I was working on. Whatever I'm not working on, I'm going to copy down exactly. Now I have 20 plus 9. 20 plus 9 is 29. That's my answer. Let's go over here. We're just going to keep moving down the line today. This problem has addition and multiplication. Now remember, in PEMDAS, we need to do multiplication division before addition subtraction. So even though the multiplication is at the end, I still want to do that before I add or subtract. So that's going to look like this. I'm going to underline 10 times 3, and I'm going to make it 30. I didn't touch the 4 plus, so I'm just going to drop that down. 4 plus 30 is going to be 34. If you had done that backwards, if you had messed it up, 4 plus 10 is 14. 14 times 3 is 42. This is the wrong way to solve it. Do not ignore order of operations. That's why we pay attention. Only the order of operations will get you the right answer. Let's scoot down to our next problem. And we have a slightly longer problem right here, which means it's going to be really, really important to be following our steps carefully. So I need to remember that in PEMDAS, the first thing I need to solve is parentheses. So I'm going to take a look at my parentheses and see that I have 3 minus 2 in there. So I'm going to solve what's in the parentheses. 3 minus 2 is 1. I'm done with everything in the parentheses, which means I don't need the parentheses anymore. If I put them, it would just be parentheses around the 1, which is pretty much useless. So we're not going to use that. And I'm going to copy down everything else I didn't touch. The next thing I want to do is I want to look for any exponents. Do I have any exponents here? Nope. Which means I can switch over to multiplication or division. So I need to go in order and look for multiplication or division. I see a division problem right away. 90 divided by 3 is 30. Copy down everything I didn't touch. Okay? Now that I have that, now I need to do addition or subtraction. Because addition comes first, I'm going to do that first. 30 plus 1 is 31. Copy down the minus 20. 31 minus 20 is going to be 11. And there I have my answer. Let's take a look at the next one. This next one has an exponent in it. I'm going to follow Pemdas. Pemdas says parentheses first. Do we have any parentheses in here? Nope. So what I need to do now is I need to look at the exponents, and I see 4 to the third power. So I'm going to underline that. It's not a big underline, but I'm still going to underline it. Off to the side, I'm going to show 4 to the third power. 4 times 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16 times 4. 16 times 4, 16 times 2, 16 and 16 is 32. 32 plus 32 is going to be 64. So I'm going to double check that. 6 times 4 is 24. 4, it's still 64. So I'm going to put 64 here. Copy down everything I didn't touch, very important. And now I'm done with my exponents, and now I get to go on to multiplication or division. I see a multiplication here, so I'm going to underline that. 5 times 2 is 10. Copy down everything I didn't touch. And then I'm going to go ahead and solve this part. And because there's no more multiplication or division, now I get to add or subtract. So because I have 64 plus 10 first, I'm going to do that. 64 plus 10 is 74 minus 1. 74 minus 1 is 73. And there's my answer. Let's go ahead and look at our last problem, which is going to squish me a little bit, but that's okay. Oh, wait, plenty of room. So, write Pemdas. And what's going to happen is we are going to solve this problem using Pemdas. Because in this problem, we have parentheses and we have things inside the parentheses, you need to be extra careful about what you're doing. Because I can't just underline everything in the parentheses. There's 2 steps in there. So what I need to do is I need to look inside the parentheses and know that I'm just going to focus on that first. What comes first inside the parentheses? I have an exponent and I have an addition. Well, exponents comes first, so I'm going to solve 2 to the third power first. Even though I should be doing everything inside the parentheses, I am. And I'm going to do the exponents and then the addition. So 2 to the third power, 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. Copy down everything I didn't touch. Now, because I didn't get rid of everything inside the parentheses and make it all one number, I still need the parentheses there. I'm not done in there just yet. Now, even though I have multiplication over here, I still want to add next because the addition is inside the parentheses, so I want to make that my priority. 8 plus 5 is going to be 13. Minus 7, 3 times. Copy down everything I didn't touch. Now I want to go ahead and do the multiplication. 13 times 3 is 39. Copy down the minus 7. 39 minus 7 is 32. And there you have the order of operations shown. And what I'd like you to do on your homework tonight is I would like for you to solve this problem right here. 10 minus 54 divided by 9. Remember to follow Pemdas.